Probably should have done this before.
I mean, it looks pretty good. There you go. Let me be a little closer. Let me,
a little salami in that lid.
look. Good.
Salami lid.
Yeah.
That's about right. What up?
Hello. Welcome to Goblins Anonymous.
Hello.
Episode 10?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Double digits finally?
10 weeks. It's really like week 12 or 13, but...
Weather permitted. Mosquitoes permitted.
Skeeters. So, you want to jump into the book?
Yeah, might as well.
So this is the first week of chapters reading in the book club, which I named the Lore Keepers Guild.
Keeper's Guild. Good.
Yeah. It's really, right now it's us two and then another guy, and I forgot to...
Bring him.
Forgot to like...
Invite them.
give them the details of this. Yeah. So...
we'll get him on the next
I'm
one.
sorry.
We'll get him for the big finale when we finish the book.
So the book is Project Hail Mary.
Andy
by
Weir.
Andy Weir. And that's mirrored because...
I don't know, that's how this works.
Yeah, it's mirrored because we're looking at the screen.
Yeah.
So that says, to you it says, Idna Rau Lyle Uram.
Alright.
So, thoughts? We read chapters 1 through 5.
Yeah, first 5 chapters, just to kind of get into it. Didn't want to read too much, that way we could talk about it. Yeah, let me see this thing. As far as science fiction, this one. I mean, at the moment, it's kind of leaning more towards.
It's very sciencey.
It's not. I wouldn't. Even, I guess it is science fiction, but it's more realistic. It's not leaning towards like aliens and laser guns and things like that.
The fiction is very realistic.
Yes, it's like in a like Interstellar kind of field where it's something that's very plausible that could exist.
30 years from now, it could be just like a fictional story.
Yeah.
Very grounded.
So the very beginning, it's just a guy who wakes up on a ship. What is our main character's name again?
Spaceship. He's in space.
Yes.
His name is Ryland Grace.
Ryland Grace. I'm glad you could remember names. Wakes up on the ship. He doesn't know his name. And as he looks around, there's like a robot that's keeping him alive because he's hooked up to various machinery. One thing's going in several holes.
Yeah, he's got tubes. He's got a tube in his anus, a tube in his wiener.
He's got a catheter.
Tube in his mouth.
I don't know what the one in his ass is called, but I know what a catheter
Probably
is.
the dookie tube.
I guess. I don't know how that works.
For all the dumps. I need one of those. I wish I had one. Just suck it out.
I mean, you could probably get something like that if you really wanted to.
The installment price would probably be a bit much.
So you just do it yourself.
I think like a Best Buy would do like a home installation on that.
Home installation.
Just making sure you're gonna be home between 8 and 9 a.m. to install your dookie tube.
I do like because the way you picture it, he's in like a cylindrical ship, and it goes like so the room he's in is just this round room. In the center, there's a robotic arm that's taking care of everything in the room. There's 2 other two other crew members in there with with Ryland. Sadly, we find out in the first chapter or 2 that they are mummified at this point.
They're deceased. They've been dead for a very long time. We don't know how long. My guess is years, multiple years.
Yeah, because at this point they're just dry. There's no smell or anything. They're just dried corpses.
Which that seems a little fictional to me, a little fake.
Why?
Because why wouldn't they smell? It's a dead body. Dead things smell.
Not after years. after years of something being there, that's going to
smell all crusty though.
Not from a distance. He's not walking right up to the corpse and sniffing them. If you're in the same room as a skeleton, you're not going to know it unless you see it.
I don't know. I've never been in the room with a skeleton before.
Well, it's the first time for everything.
They'd probably smell a little skeleton-y.
Just bones. Been in a room with bones before.
Yeah, but there's still skin on them.
There's skin, but it's dry. It's dried. It's like
jerky.
Yeah. It's been so long that this stuff is just dry. There's no.
Yeah, I don't know enough to.
There's no more decaying matter at that point. It's turned into leather.
Yeah, so he doesn't remember his name, so he can't get into the cockpit.
Oh right, yeah. So he starts out he's in this center section of the ship.
The dormitory.
The dormitory, and above him, there's actually a map in here. Which I love a good map in a book, or just any kind of diagrams. So he starts out in the dormitory. Above that,
laboratory.
He's able to open up a hatch on the ceiling and climb up a ladder to a lab. And then from the lab, above the lab is the control room, which at the moment, or I think in chapter 3 or so, the computer wouldn't let him in because he doesn't know his name. So there's a whole time while he's trying to figure out who he is and just everything in general. He'll have random moments where he flashes back in time.
Yeah, he remembers things.
There's I think the first time is that when he rips the catheter out when he's.
Yeah, he fell over off the bed. It's like 3 to 4 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's like a bed that's like he's like attached to the wall essentially.
It tears the catheter out of his dingus, and it's described as slinging a long, thin red line across the floor of blood, and then he has a flashback to like the reason that he would be in space. It's like the Irene something.
Yes, Irina Petrova.
Irina Petrova.
The thin red line.
Everything has a explanation to why things are happening. He's naming off different chemicals and all this different stuff. I'm late. Oh, so DJ's in the chat. Says I'm late, but I'm here.
Welcome, DJ.
I forgot to invite you to this.
So we're gonna get you on the next one.
Yeah.
For the big
Which I think will be 2 weeks from now. I think we're gonna do bi-weekly.
Okay. That's fine.
I think that would be good.
Let me take his hat off. So the thin red line happens, and we're introduced to kind of what seems to be at the moment, it's like the main, I guess they call it an antagonist, or just kind of the main subject of the book.
Yeah, the antagonist is more of like...
It's the main happening.
The goal.
Yeah, the goal.
Which they don't really know what the goal is yet.
So it's
that they need to stop. Basically, the sun is getting slowly, like a fraction of a % colder.
Yeah, it's getting dimmer, which is
every year, and in like 10 years it'll be like, or in like 5 years it'll be like 10 degrees colder. Or something.
I forget the time scale, but yeah, after it won't be long before we're in an ice age.
It means death. Yeah.
Plants will die, which will lead to other scarcity and then eventually starvation and all that. Fun. But what it is the sun's losing energy from some type of, they see a cloud coming from the sun and going all the way to Venus. It's like this weird, like, I pictured it like a jet stream. You know, in Finding Nemo, there's the jet stream of water with the turtles in it and how it looks like it's winding through the ocean.
Yeah.
That's how I pictured this stream kind of going from the sun to Venus.
It lines up with the Irina Petrova, which is basically this infrared beam of light.
The Petrova line.
Yeah, the Petrova line. And I imagine just like a red laser with kind of what you were talking about, like mixed in. Mm-hmm. But I do like that the reason for that is that it's an alien species, but they're unintelligent. But they're just instinctually, they're going to the sun to get
they're coming from the sun. So what? Because it's these little what they've discovered later on in the chapters. They discover that it's.
The sun gives them the energy, and then they see the carbon at Venus, and they go there.
And that's where they breed.
And they breed using carbon, and then they split.
And then they head back to because they're called They discovered there's one chapter where the main character Ryland Grace, it flashes back to him on Earth, and he gets asked because at first he's a school teacher.
Yeah, he loves kids. He remembers. This was funny. He remembers.
What was it?
He couldn't remember what his job was, but he remembered that he liked kids, and then he started to worry because he didn't know why he liked kids, and I thought that was pretty funny. It said like quote, "Please be a teacher."
Yeah, I don't remember where it's at.
That was pretty
but
funny.
Yeah, that was good. So yeah, they find him, and if there's of course after the science community discovers that the sun's dimming. It's all hands on deck. All the countries are working together. Russia, China, the U.S. Everyone's working together. So they go find this guy, Ryland Grace, because he is known for. He believed that in the search for life,
he wrote the paper.
Yeah.
That life
didn't have to start with water.
Yeah.
Because most of the time we're looking for life, we're only looking for it based on what we know as life, and we think all life kind of stems from having water, but he's like, as long as you have a medium that can mix and churn and create a chemical reaction that can refuel itself, then you have life. So they got him because by the looks of the cloud that's coming from the sun to Venus, it's getting bigger, which means something's replicating. And so that's why he gets called in to do research, and eventually find out that it's these little
fellas.
Yeah, little fellas called astrophages, which is like sun eater in Latin or something like that.
Yeah, and he figures out that you can poke them to kill them, and then he learned how to breed them. That's how they learned how they go to the sun and Venus and all that stuff.
Yeah, because they had sent a ship of it's basically like a scouting mission, a research mission, with a couple of scientists to this cloud to collect samples, and then the ship came back. Of course, this took a year or so. So already time's being spent. The deadline's getting closer to when death happens, and so he was able to research it. They put these things through a blowtorch, like any kind of means of destroying something. They put it through, and these things they don't care about heat. They stay at a certain temperature, which I believe is around like 90.
It's like 97.641.
It's there's a number. It's somewhere there. This is why I'm definitely going to write notes.
97.416.
97.371 gigawatts.
1011011.
But yes, their main temperature is around in the 90s, and it stays that no matter how much energy you put into these things.
96.4.
They stay at that temperature.
That's pretty much it. Then he meets with a bunch of world leaders, and he's like, "What? I gotta do this." And they're like,
"Yeah, because you're the only one." He's staring. No.
And then Strat was like, Yeah.
Yeah, there's the lady
Strat sassy.
She's the one kind of
She's
that all the governments, like at the UN or wherever, all the governments voted for this lady to run this entire mission because she gets things done and she's very straight to the point. She doesn't give a shit. She flew him across the the whole world using fighter jets and things because all she has to do is say yes, you can do that because the whole world is just giving her the freedom to do exactly what she needs to do, which is a lot of power, but it needs to be done. I know he's sitting there staring at me again. This cat just sits in the little glass door over here and just dead stares. Because he's a ginger.
It is a ginger.
I
think that's enough for the recap.
Is it? I mean,
what'd you think about it?
I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
I wish we would have read more.
Yeah.
We wanted to just read about 100, the first 5 chapters just to get a taste for it.
Yeah, tastes good.
I assume we're going to read the rest by the next week or?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. You had 1 week to read.
There's
100 pages.
Yeah. I read it in 3 days.
Exactly.
There's 476 pages, so there's 376 left. I bet like 180 would have been good for a week.
So, do 180 a week? I mean, just...
man,
Oh, bookmark.
Trying to learn, man. Let me read this.
But I enjoyed the book. I mean, so far I've enjoyed it. I just really want to see where it goes.
I loved it.
I thought it was pretty cool that they found a way to utilize the thing that could potentially end their world as a source of power for their ship. Yes, there's one thing we discover as he finally remembers his name through the events. He gets into the cockpit. What? Alright, good boy, girl. Alright, he gets in the cockpit, and there's all the different readings. There's like 20 different screens with information on it. And he sees that they have a fuel, there's like a thing for fuel, and it says astrophages, and then it says like 20,000 kilograms or something like that. And then it tells the output of like they're doing, how many per second that they're using. And from what we can see, another big discovery that happens is they discover that, or he discovers, because his other two crewmates are dead, that he's in a totally different solar system. So we still haven't figured out why he's in a totally different solar system. But the intriguing thing about the astrophages is that they absorb energy from the sun almost perfectly. So these guys are just little tiny, like batteries. The amount of energy that they're able to store in like a micrometer or they're tiny.
You want to just finish the book?
Well, yes,
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we can finish
because
the book.
I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, that's about 200 pages, and I'm like, wait, that's like 80 on the next.
Yeah, we can finish the book.
I guess.
So, but so right now he's dealing with gravity that's I think like how much heavier? 1.5 times gravity.
There's a lot of gravity. That's all I know.
Because right now he's constantly accelerating, which means he's.
Yeah, it's like 1.5, and it needs to be like 0.9 or something.
Or 1 would be just normal Earth gravity.
Yeah.
So he's constantly accelerating towards in this solar system because the astrophages are able to move at 97% the speed of light. Hello, dogs.
Thank you.
It's not terrible outside.
Yeah, it's not as hot today. Thank you.
You're welcome. You okay?
Oh, that dog? What that dog doing? Okay.
It was cool how
Look at that dog.
like he's just looking at the meters and it said astrophage like 2,000 kilograms, and he realizes that's the fuel. I did think that was really cool.
He did the math, and again, I need to take notes next time we do this. I think he usually like a month, or is it for like 30 days or something?
Yeah, like 30 days. So the clock's ticking.
Yeah. On the
So
cone.
he's not going to survive this at all.
No, yeah. From what he's kind of deciphers, that this is a one-way mission. For some reason, he's got on the cone of the ship are Larry, Moe, and Curly, or I don't know the names of the Beatles. Rigby. Is that one of them?
Rick and Morty are two of them.
No, it's the Beatles from the band.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Ringo, not Rigby. Okay.
Rigby.
But there's these 4 things called beetles in the cone of the ship, the very tip, which he assumes are for sending a signal back to Earth. So since he's clearly going on a one-way mission, he would need to be sending like information back towards Earth, so it'd have to also fly back.
So he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And he's remembering, and he's probably realizing that something happened to make him decide to go on this death wish, suicide mission, and he's powerless.
Yeah.
And the cover of this, it kind of
shows him like tethered.
It makes me think umbilical cord.
Yeah, he's gonna do like because I originally thought that the Beatles were gonna be for like a stasis pod for like or something, some way of promoting like colonizing a new planet, whether it be like embryos or something. But I don't know where they're going.
I feel like there's a lot of like symbolism in this picture, because it makes me think umbilical cord. And then like there's all the juice right there,
All
which
the
is
juice.
it's space, but it could be like belly juice. I want to know why he was essentially in pristine condition, and the other people he was with were both dead. So, because it said that it had like the electromagnet things hooked up and it was working his muscles
Yeah,
while he was
like muscle stimulant.
while he was out, but and then the robot took the tubes out of the people, but I feel like maybe the robot like stored up vitamins and resources from the dead people. Like when they died, they could have sucked out all the life juice and then kept it for him.
I don't know.
And then gave it to him over. I don't know.
I think that they died somehow because he himself was already like took him a while to understand or to figure out who he was and he's still figuring it out. We still don't know the purpose of the mission entirely.
Umbilical cord. One twin sometimes eats the other twin. They're all hooked up to the same life system.
It could. I mean, it could be. I don't know.
He just kind of were taken from them without him.
That's gonna be
consciously
if
doing
that's what happens. It's gonna be a really dark twist on it.
Or the robot took like a mother role and decided, I need to save this one. This one's my favorite.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could have been a case where maybe they weren't doing well, and it saw that he was like the most fit one for this, or it was like, oh, his vitals are staying well. So it could have been saving resources by getting rid of them. I don't know.
And the Azer triangles. I'm getting a little conspiracy theory here.
Oh no.
A triangle's three corners, 3 crew members.
Backstreet Boys.
Delta.
3 Musketeers. And then the Musketeers, I don't know.
Maybe the twist will be that they knew that 2 of them would die as life source for the 3rd person.
That'd be.
It
Why
was
wouldn't
a
you
sacrifice.
just? Why that'd be a pointless sacrifice? Why, instead of sending the other 2 bodies, you just send in that food in that place.
Like
Are you sending resources?
Like a couple of dead homeless people?
No, like actual like nutrients and stuff instead of storing 2 living people.
I wrote down a quote. It's on my phone, so I can't look at it. But it was starvation is the greatest seasoning.
Oh yeah, for like food.
Which made me think, like technically, by that logic, homeless people eat better than I do. So why should I give them anything?
Oh my gosh, that is a way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's the way to look at
Like
it.
they're like, can I get $1?
I think it's because he's hungry.
Like, hey, starvation is the greatest seasoning.
That's why that whiskey tastes so good.
them cigarettes.
Yeah. Another discovery they make is that I mean, of course, you know, astronomers had been observing other star systems around and had noticed that a lot of star systems had been getting dim as well. So the astrophages themselves seem to be some type of, I want to say almost like a parasite at this point.
Yeah.
But for some reason that's right. Okay. Yeah, so for some
Universal
reason
parasites.
they had pinpointed the system that he is currently at has not been affected by the astrophages for whatever reason. I think they deduced that any stars that are more than 7 light years away from an infected star are like safe, because in the time it takes for the astrophage to go from one star to another, it has like a starvation limit. So once it goes so far, it'll just dissipate or die. So this system's safe. Why they sent them there? Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that what? Okay, so they're sending the ship there to this unaffected system.
Yeah.
But they have a ship full of astrophages. So if something catastrophic
affects
happens,
the other system.
Yeah.
Get the astrophage to migrate over there and leave us alone.
well, clearly the astrophages are like in multiple systems at this point.
Oh.
So I see these guys as almost, I don't seemingly see them as intelligent, but they're parasite, like they're world eaters in a way. Well, they'll just, it's like the Tyranids.
Their natural instincts are pretty smart though.
Yeah, they're the great devourer. It's like the Tyranids from the Warhammer universe.
It's like bugs.
But tiny.
Bugs and animals just know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we had
Like if we couldn't talk and we weren't like normal people, you still kind of know what to do.
Yeah, I mean that's survival is. I mean exactly
eat some
what
food, poop it out, go to sleep.
Yeah, you create, you consume, you create energy, and you reproduce.
Yeah, eat, goon.
There you go.
Poop, sleep.
There you go. That's all it means. That's all it is to just to survive.
What if there's like a Messiah astrophage?
Messiah astrophage.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, how would that? What would that mean?
I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Thank you. Wait, that's his.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
I thought you needed a new one.
Stealing stuff?
No, you're good. Thank you.
Actually, you can't drink. You can't, but.
But I don't know, I'm looking forward to what's coming next. I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on. I want to know because I know they went to that system that's not affected. Why? Like what information? Maybe there's something to do with the certain particular light from that star. Because the astrophages, he had to do an experiment where he used a light that simulated the sun's level of brightness, and astrophages that they had in containment would like launch themselves straight towards that light source. And then he used something else to simulate the atmosphere of Venus, and then after they had absorbed the energy from that light, they would immediately shoot to Venus, or the simulated Venus, and reproduce. And so they did talk about making an engine that used some type of like elbow joint where this half has the sun light and this has the Venus atmosphere. Don't spray me. I'm good. I mean, no, this was good. And in a way you could just, but I feel like that'd be infinite. They're absorbing the energy. I don't know. I guess as long as you have a battery to power them, but I don't know.
So you want to finish the book?
I'm gonna, yeah, we're gonna finish the book.
2 weeks. DJ, do you agree? Finish the book
DJ, finish the book?
in 2 weeks?
I think
he
probably
doable.
can.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm down.
I'm always surprised when someone says that they read.
Why?
I don't know.
People read. Do we? Yeah, he's in.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we can also see it up here.
Oh, did it pop up?
Yeah.
Salami lid.
I like that it's a tiny thing. It's not some kind of weird creature. It's just a little.
Yeah, I don't want a creature.
They're single-celled organisms. After they poked them, they found out that they are, like they have a mitochondria. They have DNA.
Yeah.
They have the powerhouse of the cell, but there's these little.
Powerhouse is mitochondria. Powerhouse is the cell.
I got that locked in.
Says, are you liking the book so far? Yes,
That's
I
great.
like it.
That's great.
It's not on track to be my favorite, but I do like it a lot.
Wow. What's your favorite book?
The Karen Slaughter book. It's called Pretty Girls.
Is it actually? What's
I
it?
freaking quit.
I thought you were joking with me.
Quit joshing me.
I thought you were joking.
I showed you the book.
What's it about? We'll talk about that next time. What is it about? Is it good?
It's so these 3 sisters, and one of them goes missing, and then 20 years later, one of the other remaining 2 sisters, her husband is murdered, and she finds a bunch of like bad stuff on his computer.
Spoilers.
That's like the summary.
Oh.
Like on the back if you read it.
Okay.
That's all I can say without spoiling. It's really good. Like the character works really good. They're very believable. I related to the like rude dumpy sister.
You're a real girl's girl, aren't you?
She was. Okay.
Alright.
Edward Jones guy.
I'm trying to think what else went down.
And he's funny at times when he's messing with the robot.
Yeah, I do enjoy. There's a good. It's not all serious. Like I'm gonna die, which he does have moments where he kind of panic attacks, but there's plenty of jokes. It's lighthearted, but he still understands the situation he's in. Oh.
Spit.
I like the mix of science. I don't know. I haven't fact checked a lot of the science that they're using, but there is a good amount of.
It's cool and interesting, but I don't want it in every book.
No. It's just,
It's
I mean,
cool.
it just slides things at you. That way, it's like
But I
it
don't-
grounds it in reality.
I
It's not
don't
just-
want to read. I wouldn't want the next book to be all sciencey. That's what I'm saying.
Can't do that.
No science. Name science, boys. Don't make no sense.
I would say that y equals mx plus b.
E equals MC. They keep saying, "Oh, it's close to E equals MC squared." And I don't even.
That's
I
the
know that's
that's the,
Einstein, but
that's
that-
the energy equation. That's where like your energy to mass. Which these guys are. That's the thing about them. That's I'm guessing why they're using them as fuel, is because they're very good at using energy, for turning energy into mass and then back in energy. 'Cause that's how they. That's one way that they get around. That's why they. The astrophages have such fast movement is because they use light to move, which light has a very, I mean, it has a very small output as far as like using it as thrust,
Are you jealous?
but it does. Like if you were to hold a flashlight in zero gravity and flash it, by whatever tiny margin it is, it would push you.
Are you jealous?
What?
My hairline.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like Vegeta.
Well, later.
Kakarot.
It's a very, very maintenance-esque hairline.
Hmm?
If you ask me.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was telling my grandma for like the last 3 years that I'm losing my hair, and she's like, "No, you're not. You need to quit shaving it."
quit shaving it.
Yeah. She's a hairdresser. She hates when I cut my hair.
Oh. Well, if you cut it, doesn't mean it's still gonna like. That's
Yeah.
just the length.
That's what hats are for.
Yeah. I hate hats. Feel weird. I got a weird shaped head. It doesn't work. I can't. I like weird hats. It doesn't work. I wear beanies. That's it.
You're a beanie.
Sometimes.
I was one day I was telling Justin Langston, how much I hate when guys that are balding leave their hair all long and just have like little crappy comb overs on top, and then like
Gotta hold out.
I'm just going into it. 10 minutes later, I see him like do this, scratch. He's got the same thing.
Oh my
I was like,
god.
oh.
Hold the line.
And then Jared's is like that too.
Oh, it's familiar. I mean, like anyone in your family, like, have like, is it a male pattern baldness thing?
Not really.
No. Because you wear them hats all the time.
On my dad's side, on dad's maternal side, maybe.
I had a teacher told me if I wore hats all the time, I was gonna go bald. I'm a kid, and I'm like, what? Maybe that's why I don't wear hats. I'm afraid I'm gonna go bald from wearing them.
You don't wear hats?
I wear hat. I mean, I have like a safari hat that I wear when I'm
When
mowing.
you're out in the safari?
No, when I'm mowing. I say safari hat. That makes me think it's one of those like hard top ones.
With the suggestion of other life outside, the heart's right on top of it.
Well, I can read. Let me read that.
Yeah, that's your phone.
With suggestion of other life outside of humans, do y'all expect our island to encounter some alien civilization? I don't know. That's where it comes into if these guys are natural, which I'm assuming that they are, just a natural thing that's just spreading. Or I mean, because there's the idea like nanite kind of technology that just kind of absorbs energy from a star and like brings it back to their home civilization. That could be a possibility kind of thing. I don't know. As far as finding complex life, like I want to say like us, like we're complex, but any kind of humanoid, kind of sentient, communicative species that was like a, civilizations, I'd be surprised if that was in this. I'd like this focusing on the kind of the small, but it'd be cool. I don't know. I'm always down for seeing aliens. I like aliens.
It could be like a ants colony situation where there's one bigger one that's basically the mom, the queen.
Oh, see, the more you say, the
But
more.
it wouldn't be very big though, because these are microscopic.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he finds a planet that is basically a giant astrophage.
That'd be something. It'd be like
Kill the planet.
because that would be like null.
He's gonna ram the planet with the spaceship. Because you poke him to kill him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a giant one. He's gonna ram it with the spaceship.
All right.
The spaceship is
The bear
pointing
trap.
at the end. Bear trap.
Bear trap.
He's I gotta ram it.
I mean, it could be. The ship is.
He's gonna start playing the song Black Betty.
I mean, hey, if there's any kind of ship that's gonna be good at poking something, it's this guy right here.
There's basically a bullet.
Ryland is the main character. The name is Ryland Grace.
Yeah. Interesting. That's Jenna's last name.
Oh.
The Land of Rye.
Land of Rye. Oh wow, Land of Rye. The Rhine. No, yeah.
Oh, Braden did good today. Good work today. Braden.
Oh, hey, good work.
Brother? Yeah.
Hey, good job. Hey, good job.
I had to yell at him a few times.
So, like, did you like lunge at him?
Yeah, he started like screaming, spazzing. I had to do one of these, just calm him down. You say good? Oh, you're responding to the compliment. Okay. Josh was bullying him. I told him it's okay.
It's called hazing. It's fine.
Yeah. She said you better not have. No, he's talking to people,
No, you do good.
asking the right questions.
It's
I was gonna clip the book part of this, but we've been talking about it the entire time, so I guess I won't clip it.
the book part.
Like
Oh,
I was imagining that we would just go over it real quick, but it's actually it's so interesting. I
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
don't want to stop talking about it.
Yeah, I mean that's. I was saying we could just.
Which is good. Yeah.
We could just become a book podcast.
That's fine with me.
I mean, hey, it gives us something to talk about instead of just bringing up random stuff.
Anyone being mean? No one's being
No.
mean to him.
No, I know it's mean. There's a bunch of good people.
Just Josh.
Don't say I'm not mean. I'm the opposite of mean.
He did call him some names today.
I'm not.
He did. Quit. Be honest.
Trying to gaslight everybody. You know what? Unsubscribe because of that. Go follow Klooper though. Go subscribe to Klooper.
I think
everyone
Tim did make a joke, but he didn't hear it. And then I was like, "Did you hear that?" And then Tim wouldn't repeat it. He was acting like he didn't know what I was talking about.
Anyways,
But Tim's just goofy.
so if there is, we can steer. I don't know if we want to steer away from it completely, but alien life. What kind of aliens would you want to be real?
Like
Like we had to meet a civilization.
I think if we ever do find aliens, it will be like bug aliens.
Bug? Like, okay, now are you just being just like bugs? Or are you talking about like a...
They'll be bug-like. If they're big, they'll be bug-like.
Okay. Why do you think bugs?
Because that's the most common life form is bacteria and bugs, and bacteria are just like little bugs.
Oh, I mean, there's a large difference between bacteria and bugs.
What's one of your pet peeves? DJ?
Aliens.
I hate that people think alien and instantly
Yeah, no.
think humanoid. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely, it's like the Europa, one of the moons of Saturn. If we go there and we plan on like drilling in.
So you're saying you have a pet named Peeve?
If we drill into Europa and we're looking for life.
Europa.
The moon, it's a moon of Saturn.
Universalis?
Sure. Because it's got an ocean of water.
Birds are popping off right now.
Hey, that's a beat.
I slapped my knee.
Good. Look, that means he can be on the podcast. Huh?
Can you hear the chirping?
Those birds are going.
Can you hear the chirping?
That cat's watching again.
There was a family of blue jays the other day. The birds are really talkative in the stream. They're kind of racist though. I don't think they should be.
Racist.
I don't think they should be saying that while we're
like those the birds from the old. Was it Dumbo?
Mm.
Oh gosh. Oh, awful. But yeah.
DJ's half black. So I'm curious, not jokingly, but does seeing stuff like that in old movies bother you? Like an honest question.
I mean, it's an honest question. I mean, I think it probably bothers most people.
It's just for me because it's not. It's not referring to like white people. So to me, it's kind of like.
Speaking of thin red lines.
Yeah, it's a little. Things like what? Like. I wasn't.
Because okay, so there's in the Dumbo, there's those crows that talk, and it's a very racist kind of thing. He's wondering if that type of stuff offends
It's
you.
very racially charged, or
Racially charged things in old cartoons, or just in general in old things.
or like the old Pokemon.
Oh, like Jinx?
Yeah, they changed the skin color because it had like the.
Yeah. I feel like Jinx was a reach. What about like Mr.
I don't think they intended that to be.
Mr. Because it's in Japan, they're totally like separate from all this stuff. But Jinx or Mr. Popo in Dragon Ball, I think they had to change him. I think.
It doesn't offend me per se. It's more so funny, honestly. That's
See,
good.
A lot of things are it's context based, and people like to take things out of context.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's steer away from. Let's steer away from that.
A lot of the things are in good fun more than attempting to be offensive. Yeah.
So the astrophages, are they? What color
you
are
don't
they?
want to talk about this.
What color are the astrophages?
You're trying to get away from it.
We're talking about books here, sir.
Because
What color are those astrophages?
racist jokes are funny unless it's hateful.
Yeah. As long as everyone's in on the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, if everyone makes fun of gingers, and I just kind of gotta take it.
Yeah, but no one cares about gingers.
Yeah.
You don't have souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're basically.
Man, you're right.
Man, I'm like just like Astrophage, man.
What if you hypothetically you died and you're like at the gates and you're like, hey, let me in, like, sorry man, you ain't got a soul. Jesus like, sorry man,
Sorry.
you ain't got no soul.
He ain't got no soul. Then I start playing some jazz. I got soul. Get him.
That's a little.
Okay.
That's a little,
All right.
Chill out.
All right.
And that bugs me. Oh, I have a friend who really dislikes people making jokes against white people, but he loves making black jokes, and that bugs me because it's pretty hypocritical. Yeah.
Yeah. No. It goes always.
I don't mind white jokes at all, and I don't like racist people. Like if they're, because there's people that will be racist, but they're not actually. They'll say stuff, but they're not actually.
Okay, so really old people.
Trying to hard.
Old people that still use like the hard R referring to someone,
Who are you
but
talking,
not in.
Who are you talking about?
Look, I know older people that are. They say it, but they're not saying it in a hostile way.
Who do you know is doing that?
I am not putting any names out there, but they say it.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was trying to.
I thought that's where you were going.
I don't even remember now.
The old people that
it
use
should be free reign.
But they're not using it in like a bad way. They're just how they grew up, and people just used it. And just like, you know us, there's words that we don't say anymore. That growing up, we said it. And now we can't say it.
What are you talking about?
There's words that politically correct words that we can't say anymore. Like, I can't say it as a...
I had a point I was gonna make, and you freaking derailed it.
I'm sorry.
You were talking about your...
I threw the hard
your
R at
grandma.
you. You threw it off.
One of my uncles really talks like that.
Yeah. And they're not. It's
Which
never a
uncle?
negative thing. Yeah. What's their last name? What's their social security?
Which uncle is it? It's not Andy.
Why are you trying to pinpoint who it is?
Cause I don't know.
We'll start this witch hunt.
Oh, I was trying to say some people they're LARPing as racist because like in high school.
LARPing?
Yeah, in high school I had some friends that would, or I knew people that would say that they felt a certain way, but then they had black friends at school. And they're all nice and they're like buddies and all that, so it doesn't make any sense. They're like LARPing. I don't know.
LARPing isn't like doing like fireball, like throwing like playing swords.
It's like the fake country kids. Like they're all like that's their identity, their country, but they live in a suburb.
Yeah.
And they just have a truck.
Yeah. There's those, yeah. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
So anyway, so aliens, right?
Oh, Krusty, I don't like him.
But I think
I don't like that.
if there was a move back to come back to the book that we're discussing.
Okay, thank you.
He got you.
And a lot of I'm trying to think. There's people they grow up in a racist family, and then the second all it takes is one friend of a different race.
So you think if aliens saw the Earth and they're like, they're trying to see, like, hey, we should visit, but they're fighting with each other because they're like, you're different, you look different than me, even though genetically it's all the same. You think the aliens would be like, nah, let's go to the next planet?
It's possible.
Possible.
What I'm saying, like, you grow up in a racist family and then you make one black friend and you won't be racist anymore because you realize all the things that your family just taught you and made you think is that they're just biased.
There's just bad people. There's good people and there's bad people.
Like you
That's
can't.
it.
Like if you're a racist person and then you meet Malik, he's like the nicest black dude I ever met.
Yeah.
Like you can't be racist anymore.
You can't.
It would go away. A very interesting YouTube channel that I found recently is called Other People's Lives, and one of the stories was from a guy who was raised in a racist family. Yeah, I like that.
Who was it? I forget his name. I think he was a pastor, maybe. He was an African American man, and he went to, he made friends. I forget his name. He made friends with like KKK members, and he would go and speak to them, and he actually got a lot of them out of it.
Yeah.
Like he went and talked to them, met up with them. I think he went to like a rally, and like he was very brave for going to see these people. But he was able to get a lot of these people help. Like, hey, look, it's like I don't know why there's all the hate, and eventually,
Like
I knew his name.
when I was little, I thought all Muslims were terrorists, and then I had a Muslim friend.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And I went to his house, and they were like, you want a hot dog?
Hot dog.
His mom was like, you want a hot dog?
Oh.
I was like, oh, I thought you couldn't eat those. And she's like, eat turkey.
Oh.
Eat turkey, dog.
Okay.
She didn't sound like that.
Yeah, the voices, don't help.
I love doing the voices. I do voices for everything. And then he did make a 9/11 joke one time. And I was like, that's
a low blow.
Yeah.
It's a low blow. It hits you twice, though.
Did you hear that there was a 5th plane that they covered up?
Where were the other 2? Oh, like the Pentagon. Oh,
There's a 5th plane that there was.
The one hit just a field.
I can't remember. What is this? I don't know.
It's gotta
I don't know.
it's gotta-
Let's go past.
All right. So what's your general? I'm trying to get us back to this. I don't know. It's where it is now, I guess. But I enjoy the fact that I hate in this. Okay, in the back to the book, and it's still kind of on race stuff.
You got a caffeine pouch?
Yeah.
You like it?
That's where you. I hate that there's always the trope in apocalyptic movies or in the setting of like some big like a meteor's headed towards Earth, but it always takes that for the world to be like, okay, no, we can work together, because there needs to be some sort of existential external threat in order for humanity to like actually come together on something.
Bring those tomorrow. I want to try one. I assume you're talking about the caffeine pouches, right?
Yeah, the caffeine ones are good.
Name a flavor. I probably have it.
Yeah.
Just say a random flavor. He likes the wintergreen one. I agree. It's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of sweet ones, different flavors, but I just prefer like a nice minty flavor.
The glacier mint was strong. Strawberry. There's one called one's called like red deer or something.
Strawberry.
I think that's probably strawberry.
Isn't there like a tiger? There's one that's maybe like a tiger's blood or something. Like a snow cone flavor maybe.
That one was cherry.
Yeah.
Kraken's blood. That was cherry. Strawberry.
Yeah. So
Bring
it's
one of the big
crew.
ones. I'll bring. You're gonna make me carry 2 cans in my pocket, man.
I'll carry one. You give it to me when you get there.
I'll get a little bag you can put.
Little bag, put them separate.
Mm.
Yeah, that won't be suspicious.
Just don't leave them in past like an hour, because I had one in for like an hour and a half and it made a little raw spot. I think like 30 minutes to 45 is probably good for those.
I'm trying to think, who was, back to the book for a little bit.
Nah.
Just
kidding.
Who was I don't remember. He had that one flashback to having dinner. I don't know if he was on a date with some lady.
Oh yeah, it was like a colleague friend. They're just talking about the Petrova.
The Petrova line, that's what it was.
And she's like, I could tell you, but the president's going to talk about it in 6 hours. Yeah.
I found out about it immediately. The president's like, hey. And everyone just went back to school, and, there's nothing you can do about it when it comes to those existential threats.
Who's your favorite character? Well, there's the dead Chinese guy. His name is, like Xi or Ching or something.
Okay,
And there's the dead Russian lady. He said she was funny, but didn't refer to any jokes she made. I like how Strat is just like in control of everything, but she's just a person, just a random person. My favorite character is the robot, because it doesn't let him do anything until he figures out his name. Least favorite character? Probably that rude army guy at the door that doesn't say hi in the morning. Least favorite.
I don't know. Most of the book at this point has just been flashbacks, which has been fine. There's plenty of stuff that happens on the ship. I mean, at the moment it's necessary until we know who he is and what his. Once he finds out what his mission is, he'll probably spend more time in the present.
Impossible.
I can't think of their names. Okay, we gotta do some notes. Okay. So he's found the screen. Okay, I don't know. Anyways.
What genre is your favorite?
Hey, you just put down that bird poop, man.
It's dry. Oh, you can make a bird poop on that.
Nasty.
What was the question?
What's your favorite genre that you read? Mine's
it's not. I mean,
mine's like murder mystery. I love or horror. I love the girl with the dragon tattoo. I've read the 3 main ones that the guy wrote, the author, and then the rest are continued after he died. I haven't read those.
it'd be science fiction or fantasy. I mean, I haven't read that many books throughout my life. I read the Percy Jackson series. That was like in junior high school.
I met the guy. He came to my elementary in
Rick Riordan?
3rd grade. Yeah, he did a presentation.
I think I remember like reading something about him becoming Wichita. I wish.
Yeah.
I
Too bad what he did to all those kids though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, I don't know. But there's Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's a good one.
Huh?
Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. It talks about science and it's just what's kind of like the science world type. I don't know. It's interesting. That's just science book.
Nah, it ain't.
I started reading Every Tool's a Hammer by Adam Savage. I didn't finish it yet.
Is that the?
The Mythbusters guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's good information if you're into like crafts and like
Craps?
crafts. Yeah, crafts. No, like arts, not arts and crafts, but like making things, any kind of building art. It's a good book.
Nah.
I'm trying to think about the books I've read. As far as series, I'm pretty bad about reading like a series.
Would you be interested in not the entire Bible, but like have like every once in a while just put like just Genesis, and then we finish another book, and then the next one would be like the next book in the Bible.
Would read the Bible?
Yeah, but not like the whole thing all at once. Just like because it's a bunch of books in one. Just go like this book and then talk about it. I think it'd be interesting.
I can't say I've ever just sat and read the Bible. So.
I've tried.
I've gone through and like, I went to church, did scripture, read scriptures and all that, but it's a lot of bouncing around. I've never like just sat and just read. I don't think it doesn't really, I don't know how it reads like that.
I Am Number 4 was my favorite book growing up.
4.
I don't know that one.
I know the movie.
Is that like where they have like superpowers? I feel like they made a movie called that.
There's definitely a movie. That's I'm Number 4. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't read too many books.
Yes.
If I'm honest. So
You need to grow a beard.
Huh?
You need to grow a beard.
I can't. It
Just
just
grow this out.
Hmm?
Goatee and a mustache.
No, this I don't like this. It looks bad. Mustache is good.
You need to grow out the goatee.
I need to trim this thing actually a little bit. I need some maintenance. But Project Hail Mary. What are you rating it so far?
So far, it's 8.5.
8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. So far.
Yeah. I mean, say yeah. I don't have any like issues with it. Now it's a 10 for me, as far as how like
10,
I'm invested in
10
it.
means it's like a favorite.
So far,
It's a
I'm
favorite.
enjoying it right now. Yeah.
It's a favorite.
So far, yeah.
Nice.
I'm enjoying it. So you said 5 chapters. What the heck, dude? I would 100% recommend it.
Yeah.
If you have any interest in science or in science fiction, it's a good book. I enjoy books that are first person, when it's from someone's point of view. I don't like the telling about a story. I like it when it's about a person.
Yeah.
When they're speaking in first person, I like that. That's all I got.
Yeah, so.
Astrophages. We got I love that they gave him like a whole. I love the one kind of joke where the lady Irina, right? Petrova? Yeah, the lady in charge. That's right. Is that right?
Strat.
Oh, Strat's the one in charge. That's right. Strat sets him up with this big, huge lab. It's all quarantined just in case there's anything, bad about the astrophages. And he's like, so why is it? How come it's all like locked in? They're like, oh, in case it's like bad or something. And he's like, so wait, you're like, so I'm just a guinea pig for this. She's like, no, that's not like that. He's like, yeah, that's how it is. She's like, yeah, that's how it is.
Oh yeah, the room was full of that gas.
Oh, argon, because they
keep it contained for quarantine purposes. But if he breathed it in, he would die.
Yeah, he was just tough. Because they thought that the argon was keeping whatever it was inert, so they could observe it. So they just filled the room with argon gas. And then after some more testing, they found out that it didn't care about what gas it was in. It was fine in just open air.
Mm.
Gosh.
Anything else?
All I got. We'll call it there.
Any last words, Mr. Pope?
Yep. Anybody got anything else? Further questions?
Any book recommendations?
Yeah. You got any books? We'll take it.
I got a dookie.
That's good. They needed to hear that.
Yeah.
I want to check out. Okay, so speaking of books, I know Mark Finn. I know him. He's a friend of mine. I'm just saying, if we read those books, we can actually have him in. He does podcasts. He travels a lot. He does a bunch of stuff.
He doesn't want to come here.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I told him about it. He said he would. Yeah, he said if you guys read it, he's like, I can come and sit in while you talk about it. He's in Vernon. He's right down the road. Yeah. I met with the guy yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Where at? Where'd you go?
We'll talk. We have tacos.
You just like, hey, I want to go.
No, we're meeting up about
I want
weddings.
to go look at you.
We're meeting up about wedding stuff, but yeah. So, if you did want to read his books, which he has some good books, we don't have to read the one that I recommended. He has others, but
What? How many?
he's got a series of 3. Then he's got one that's kind of it's a biography. I don't know the exact. See you, DJ.
See ya.
Or I think he thinks we're about to head out. But there's he does a biography kind of over Robert E. Howard.
I don't know if we're that serious yet.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if we want to, we have like a guest we can have on the show. So, and I've already talked to him. He said he'd be down for it. We just had to pick a time when his schedule's open, because he goes to conventions. He's keynote speakers and things. He stays busy. Oh. So we got a big name. We can big card we can pull.
Yeah.
And he's just a cool guy. You love him. He's great.
I'd fall in love with him.
Probably. He's the biggest.
I don't think I need that right now.
He's the biggest geek. He's got all the information on anything that you can think of as far as anything nerdy, geeky kind of stuff. Man's an encyclopedia. But that's what I got. We can check those out if we want to. But but with that, is that it?
Yeah.
Alright. So sign us out. I think that's it.
Episode 10, Goblins Anonymous.
Astrophage for life.
Yeah.
I want to know why we're in the solar system. That's what I want to know. We need to know what the mission is. We know we're in the solar system. We know the astrophages are bad. But now we have a ship run by astrophages, and we're in a system that wasn't affected by the astrophages, but now we're kind of bringing them there. So what are we doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are we doing? Hey, yo.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Wait for you to end this thing.
What are you doing?
I'm just rambling at this point.
Adios.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.